performance. We're so thrilled to have you. Are any of you here that have never been here before? Well, thank you for coming. Isn't this a terrific theater? This theater is owned by the Motor City Theater Organ Society. It's a club. You can join for $25 a year. It's not a legal organization. There's a lot of us that are volunteers, and that's what we do. I'm here a lot because I'm on the board of directors. My name is Liam. Sometimes, thank you. Now, I don't always have my kilt on. Sometimes I play Alfred Hitchcock. So sometimes they call me Al. But we're really happy to have you here. One quick note, and then we'll get to the other performance. There is a Volkswagen, a little gray Volkswagen, a newer one, in the back lot. We call it the state lot. It's right behind the theater here. And I think the license is DJC2394. It's a gray little Beetle. Anyway, your lights are on, so if you want to go back and turn them off, or just take a chance. So, John is getting warmed up here. Back in 1982, Evil Dead premiered here with Bruce Campbell, and there was a young organist, and I'll say, he's always embarrassed when I say it, but I've known John since he was like 14 years old. And he's been here a long time. He too is a volunteer. And John played the organ in 1982 for the Evil Dead. So, at great expense, we gave him some free popcorn from Farmington Hills. At great expense, we brought John Lauder back at the Barton Theater Organ.
We played at the premiere of Evil Dead in 1982 or 3 here. Still going strong. Thank you for coming tonight. Spectacular work. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Shut up, stoner. Or meet me in the alley in about 10 minutes. Or both. What are we going to see tonight? Can we get the house lights up as much as possible, even though I know that's too bright. No, that's good, right there. Who's actually not seen the movie tonight? Who's never seen this movie? Yes. Why? Not that I care. I already got your money. You've never seen it. Why are you here? You love my acting. All right, that's 10 Bruce dollars right there. Thank you. All right. just realized that old guy from Burn Notice made these weird movies way back when? Is that what you thought? No? Like, what have you seen that I've done if you haven't seen this? Don't answer for him, Jesus Christ! You don't know his mind. Yes. Burn Notice, yeah. Right, because it was free, right? Cheap bastards. Who? All right. The converse question, who's seen it the most? This movie, Evil Dead, the original Dead. Your hand is up. How many times? You lost count. Try. Give me a number, jerk. Give me a number. 25. Can anybody beat 25? Yes. 100. Or Parker? Yeah. Can anybody beat 100? Can you beat 100 times? 157. Why that number? Did you? You're bullshitting me. What do you get out of seeing this movie? Does it make you feel sad to see this movie? Actually, during the premiere, we opened this theater up to the public. It was open. It was available. This movie had not been rated, nothing. And we stood and watched a woman. She had to be 85 years old, doddering in. And me and Sam Raimi were like, oh, fuck, she's going to see this? Oh, my God, we're going to kill an old lady tonight. As soon as the blind break, bang, we get a note after the movie. There's this woman who wants to see you. We're like, fuck, it's the old lady. She's getting, we go, yes, hello, ma'am.
I just wanted you to know I was having a horrible day, and I saw your movie, and I had a great time.
Watching a woman get Dutch elm disease, if that's your bag, knock yourself out. So I guess it's diverse for all audiences, this movie. Does anybody have any questions about a movie they've seen 157 times? Shut up. Yes. Yes, sir, about this movie. After all this time, could I have imagined that I'd be stuck with you guys tonight? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to finish your sentence. Been here all this time for this movie. No, we didn't even think we were going to finish this movie. It took about 4 years to make. Many thanks to Mr. Stephen King. Yes. We all owe a debt. People in the entertainment business owe a debt to somebody else, and Stephen King was one of them. He saw this movie at a film festival in Cannes, France, and he wrote an article in Twilight Zone magazine and called it the most ferociously original horror film of the year. We were like, we spit our coffee out, like, what the fuck? What movie did he see? So we went banging, Mr. King. In 1983, Stephen King was Stephen King. He was the master of horror. He said, yeah, you can use the quote, as long as you pin it to a year. So it's the most ferociously original horror film of 1983 is what you're about to see tonight. And what that did is it helped. Most reviews were bad of this movie. An Atlanta paper called it the sickest of the sick. Sam Raimi took every bad idea he had and put it into a low-budget blender. Yeah. Well, guess what, you fucking Atlanta idiots? After Stephen King endorsed it, the LA Times called it an instant classic. Now, personally, I know that it is neither an instant classic or a total piece of shit. We were all learning how to do what we do. I was learning how to act. It took a while, most of the movie. By the end, I wasn't acting because I was just in pain and misery the whole time. So, no acting required. Sam Raimi was learning his skills. There's a fun sequence in the movie. It's all at a 45-degree angle. It's a Dutch angle for you low-rent filmmakers out there. And at the time, it was very revolutionary. Sam perhaps may have smoked a certain amount of God's green herb before a certain storyboard session. And every shot of this sequence would be a 45-degree tilt angle. And we were like, that could be weird. It's actually the best sequence in the movie, in my opinion, of Ash going crazy in the cabin at night. Any other questions? Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Did I approach Sam or did Sam approach? We approached each other. I met Sam, first time I saw Sam was in junior high school, at West Maple Junior High School. It's like a Vogue Tech Center now. And I was walking down the hallway and there was a guy dressed like Sherlock Holmes playing with dolls sitting on the floor. I was like, well, let's just go way around that guy. He later claimed he was making a movie. There was not a camera anywhere. He was a fucking weirdo dressed like Sherlock Holmes playing with dolls. I find myself in typing class in high school. First day. And everybody around me, 30 people, knew how to type. I was like, wait, this is typing class. Why do they know how to type? It was embarrassing. Hunt, peck, 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 peck. I went to the counselor for the first time ever. I didn't even know where the counseling office was. Hey, can I drop a class? Sure. What do you want to take? I'm like, what do you got? Radio speech was one of them. I went, let's take that. We can do fake morning broadcast, board stuff. That'll be fun. I went there, Sam Raimi's in the class. That's where we met. And Sam would sit behind me in class. And when I would raise my hand to answer a question, he would take the number 2 pencil he had in his hand, and he would start to stick it in the back of my neck. And it became an instant test of wills. Am I going to let this little fucker, is he going to break me? And Sam's going, I'm going to break him. I'm like, no man, you're going to break that fucking tip off of the back of my neck. So it was like that. I'd answer the question in horrible pain and agony, then turn back around to him as he's pulling his pencil out of my neck, and he would go, I tried to help you, pal. That's my friend of 40 years, Sam Raimi. So we did amateur movies together, and then finally we realized that we had to, high school was ending. Oh crap, what do we do? High school's over. So finally decided to make a movie, found another partner, Rob Tapper, that Sam met at MSU. Yeah, raised money, painfully, from doctors and dentists here in the city, because you know they don't make movies in Detroit, at least they didn't when I was here. They did briefly. So that's kind of how that started. We met each other, got serious about making films. And look, for any of you filmmakers out there, are there any filmmakers out there? Yeah. You're fine right here. You don't have to go anywhere. Make your damn little movies in Redford. Guys hanging out in Livonia. Let's go up to Ishpeming. Come on, it's Traverse City. Come on, yeah, let's go. Who cares? Now you make your damn movie for $2,500. You buy the shit at Kmart, edit it on your computer, do the effects on your computer, After Effects on your computer. You spit the thing out. You come to your local theater with a thumb drive. I'm sorry it's so hard for you now, you lazy-ass filmmakers. Fuck you. Fuck you. Now, we have to go to a laboratory in downtown Detroit, drop shit off and run away, you know, and edit things. And they were these green editing machines were hot and horrible and oily, and they would hurt you, and they would snap the film. So you'd go back to the laboratory, so they would reprint it. Now you know what you do? You click undo. Oh my God, you lazy bastards. Should I edit today or tomorrow? We had to have that machine in by Monday morning. We brought it back hot and smoldering. You guys like, what were you doing this weekend? Running the wheels off it, man, because we had to get it back. So the world is your oyster. It is an opportunity. We should see other movies. We should see crappy movies made in Redford, Michigan. Why not? Why not? Who cares? Tell original stories, filmmakers. Don't imitate Quentin Tarantino. Don't imitate Sam Raimi. Learn material. Learn how to tell a story. It's not that big of a deal. I would love for you to show your movie in here. And in the meantime, folks, filmmakers, stop looking at your crappy 3x5 screen and look at that screen. Look at a couple movies here. Yeah. And I'm not going to say, oh, in my day, movies were better. They weren't necessarily, but they sure as shit were bigger. So come in and get to see, watch movies on a big scale. Watch movies being told, not on your crappy little device. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's nothing wrong with this either. Support this theater, and thankfully you're all here tonight. You are supporting it. You are. You know, because part of your ticket price tonight, they milked the shit out of you. It's going to this theater. Happy donation. You're going, did I support this theater? Okay, all right. So it's good. It's good to see movies in their purest form, and then do whatever you want with them. Any last, we'll do like a couple more questions, and then we'll let you get back to this ridiculous movie. Oh, I have a raffle. What do we win? A poster, original poster of Evil Dead. Signed, right? Signed by some guy. All right, here we go. Y'all got your raffles handy? Is that a dramatic thing I'm hearing? Yeah, sorry. I forgot you can do sound effects and stuff too. Why, you haven't turned yours in yet? Here's the number. 3 0 0 0 9 3. He's smoking reefer in the parking lot, that guy. Are we gonna try another one? Oh, that'll do, okay. Yep, see you, bye, take care. All right, a couple more questions, then we'll get out of here. Yeah?
Who the hell came up with Ashley?
Ashley? The guy who wrote it. Call Sam Raimi, he'll give you a very long-winded explanation. I don't know, actually, I think he wanted him to sound like a girl, because his goal was to make a man scream like a girl. He thought that would be more horrifying. We've all heard the Scream Queen. So if he thought he could make a man scream like a Scream Queen, that might be more horrifying. Yes? What? Stand up, please. We want to see who's asking this. Okay, what was your question?
What made you guys decide to go with so much gory blood?
So much gory blood. We didn't want to... If we were going to make a horror film, we were going to go all out. We saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a local drive-in here. I'll give you a difference between Revenge of the Cheerleaders and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which we all saw at a local theater. Revenge of the Cheerleaders, when the plot dropped off and nothing was happening, the people would turn their headlights on and flash the screen and honk their horns like, this is bullshit. And they never did it during Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because, and the great Toby Hooper has just passed, thank you very much for your services, Toby. They didn't do that during Texas Chainsaw Massacre because when that started, when the horror started, it never stopped. So that was our competition, was movies like that. So that's why. That's why it's over the top. Unrated, basically. You know, this movie just got unbanned in Germany this year. Has anyone seen German porno? Why the fuck do they care about this movie? By the way, this movie was labeled a video nasty in Europe. Video nasty was banned. In the UK, they can ban a movie. You're banned. They can't do that here. So they banned it. So there's a court case, came out, they won the court case, they released the movie, and everybody went, What's this video nasty that they're telling me I can't see? It became the #1 video in 1983 in all of the UK. Go down the list and you see The Shining. Sorry, Stan. So, this little movie beat the ass out of The Shining. I'll just have you guys know. Yes. Technology. Is there anything we regret that we couldn't do or wouldn't do because we had no technology? Like covering up the green garden hoses that you see spewing the blood? No, sir, because we're not George Lucas.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed how those effects look cheesy.
Fucking live with it, bitch. You rich-ass mother scratcher, fuck you. That's a cheap, fuck you. So no, you're gonna see all the raw glory, pal. There's no smoke and mirrors in this, because there was just smoke. Ash has to shoot a shotgun out the window. Okay, load up the shotgun. Hey, Tim, the cameraman, he's on the outside of the window. Wave your hand, where are you? You should get lower. Yeah. Oh yeah. Later, Ash shoots it like possessed Cheryl outside the house. We're shooting in Sam Raimi's garage. We buy a hunk of meat at the local Walnut Lake Market. Fucking blow this shit away with a shotgun in his garage in Franklin. Looks good. We didn't really fake anything. There were no stunt people. There's no stunts credits. Okay, Betsy Baker, just hit that wall. Bam! All right. Okay, Bruce, just fly over here. Let's go. There's no digital possessed eyes either. The actors wore sclero lenses. It's like putting Tupperware under your eyes. You can leave it in for 15 minutes at a time, and they're blind. So we would stage 2 shots in 15 minutes while they're blind. Okay, Betsy, take your knife and go right at Bruce, straight like that. Where is he? I'm over here, Betsy. Ah! So the terror of the scenes fighting people who are possessed is real. They were terrified that their eyes would be permanently ruined, and I would be terrified that I would get stabbed in the eye by them not seeing. So no technological trickery. It doesn't make it good or bad, but that's kind of what that movie was. I'm actually glad to be part of one handmade movie. This is a completely handmade movie. The trailer that you saw, we edited. The poster of Ash with the chainsaw and some random friend of ours screaming from behind was shot in a Ferndale, Michigan warehouse. You know, we faked everything. We did all the ads in Variety. We did pretty much did everything. So you filmmakers get ready to get used to do everything. You have to do everything. You can't just make the movie and go, oh, well, leave it to somebody else. Bullshit. It's going to lie there and die. You have to get out and sell it as soon as you're done. So that, in a nutshell, is the story. Apparently, this is a pretty good restored print. So this won't be some scratchy piece of crap. This is from Bob Morosky, who edited Army of Darkness. He started his company. I think is it Grindhouse Releasing. Bob loves these low-budget movies and he loves restoring them. So tonight you'll see one of the better versions of Evil Dead in a great theater. So thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time around. Watch for Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3 coming in. Thank you very much. Enjoy Evil Dead. One motion picture. Evil Dead. Haunting your dreams forever.